Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Market Voice. Well, I have been in the market for over 2 decades now, and in this long journey, I have realized many truths about the markets. But one of the most important of them all is market has some kind of a rhyme and rhythm, and most of the time we will not know what that is. For every price movement there is a reason behind it, and for us it's actually not important to know the reason. Instead, we should be able to flow with the market without figuring out too much on the reasons behind what is happening in the market. Instead of spending more time on understanding the reasons for those actions that are happening in the markets, it is better we just learn to flow with it. This one single aspect has actually brought in a lot of changes in my perspective about the market, and that is when I have been a trend follower. One of the core philosophy of trend following is follow the price and nothing else. In trend following there is no reason. We are not checking out why the market is going up or why the market is going down. We just learn to flow with the tide, understand what the market is currently doing in contrast to or in conjunction with the what it has been doing in the recent past as well as in the immediate recent past. So today's topic is flow like water. Water on its own has no shape. All that it does is it adapts itself to the container or to the terrain wherever it flows. In trading, we can also be successful, I think, only by this method of learning to flow like a water, learning to follow the price action and be with the price action. If the markets are going up, be on the long side. If the markets are going down, be on the short side. And what will define your whether the market is going up or whether the markets are going down depends on the time horizon, depends on certain basic factors which of course you have to keep in mind while devising your systems. So trading is more like surfing on the sea. You should be able to, in the runtime, be able to anticipate where the waves are rising and where the waves are ebbing out, so that you can change your course along with the waves. If you want to become a good trader, then I would strongly suggest watch how the surfing is done. We many a times go to the beaches and watch the sunset, and many of the beaches in India don't even offer surfing experiences. In fact, I would strongly suggest, if you want to really become a good trader, you should try your hands in surfing. One, if not immediately available to you, then you should at least watch those kind of videos where you are flowing with that, where how the decisions are made in the runtime. In fact, to that extent, I would say trading is little more easier compared to the surfing, because we get little indications beforehand and we get little time for us to prepare ourselves in the direction of the market. So in this respect, with the concept of flowing like a water, adapting ourselves to the market conditions without expecting to understand many things what's happening. What is The Art of War, a fantastic book on warfield wisdom, say in this matter? Well, what SunTzu says is, water shapes its course according to the nature of the ground over which it flows. Similarly, the soldier works out his victory in relation to the foe whom he is facing. So he says, even in war, just like how the water adjusts itself to the terrain where it's flowing, soldier also has to recondition himself to the presented conditions. In fact, as a trader, we should always remember, we should always work with limited information. This one thing I have been talked about many a times in many other market voices, wherein I have said, we as traders, we always have to work with limitations. Always we have limitations with respect to information at hand, we have limitation with respect to the experience at hand, we have limitation with respect to the skills that we have at our disposal, the tools that are at our disposal, and also the most important factor, which is capital. No matter how much our capital we bring in, it is not sufficient. So we always have to work with limitations in terms of money, in terms of experience, in terms of skills, in terms of tools, in terms of available information. So when that being the case, instead of looking out for too much of reasons on or analyzing why the market did whatever it did, if we just understand what it has done in the recent past, then place ourselves in sync with that movement. Depending on your time frame, maybe you are an intraday trader, or maybe you are a swing trader or a positional trader with little bit more time duration, whatever may be the case, in whatever time frame you want looking at the chart, in that time frame, if the immediate movement, today you are watching the charts always will have ups and downs, but what it has done in the immediate past matters a lot, and from where it has flowed, either from high to low or low to high, and currently what is it doing. If you can try to read this much information, you can fairly position yourself in such a way that you will be having little better edge compared to most of the others who are just randomly taking trades and who are working only on the price action with respect to oscillations. There is a big difference between trend following and price fluctuations. Price fluctuation, when people talk of price action traders, they are talking of scalping. Scalping is not trend following. Trend following has little bit more edge because you are positioning yourself whichever way the market goes. In the sense, if the market goes up, you are positioning yourself on the long side. If the market goes down, you are positioning yourself on the short side. You have to have a period of your analysis and also what it has done in the immediate past. So just like the SunTzu says, the soldier has to adapt himself to the given conditions, just like how the water flows and adapts itself to the terrain wherever it flows. We as traders also have to develop the intuition to flow with the price action, and that will help us to stay with a better probability of trades. Well, we will look into one more topic tomorrow. Until then, Om Swasti.